Hey y'all, it's my review for the Real Housewives of Dubai, episode 4. Apologies for the wait, but as y'all know, my videos are worth the wait. So let's get into it. So we open the episode with Caroline and her boy toy, and they're overlooking the house that they're building from the ground up. Now, just from what the architect is saying, this looks legit. Again, this is no she by charade. When this house is done, it looks like it's gonna be stellar. So they go over the rooms with the architect, and there's a little awkward moment when I think Sergio implies that this is the baby's room. This is gonna be Caroline's baby's room. Sergio wants a kid. He is 27. The sugar mama, Caroline, she is 45. Now look, Janet Jackson, she had a kid at 50, so all things are possible. But I'm pretty sure Caroline does not want to carry this baby. She wants to get a surrogate. Side note, Sergio's face, and this is no bias from what I've heard he said on Twitter, but he just has a face you want to punch. It's just something that looks so annoying about him. So they're having a little back and forth about the baby since the topic was brought up. Sergio looks like he's fine with having a baby now. Caroline, not so much. She tries to get through to him by saying, I'm 45. You gotta be a little realistic with me because there's a possibility that they might not have a child. And, you know, there are options these days. So hopefully, you know, later down the line, you know, they'll have a kid together. But right now, there's a little friction. And even as she brings up other options to him, he tells her, I don't want someone else to carry it. Like, I want it to look like us. And that lets me know that she's definitely with him for his looks and not for his intelligence. And he needs to read a book or Google if he thinks the kid isn't gonna look like them if they're doing a surrogate. Next scene, we're with the other Caroline, Brooks, and she's with her realtor looking for spaces for her new spa and salon. Brooks definitely talks a big game on what she wants, and these rental spots ain't cheap. I hope she ain't like Sheree in frontin'. But I guess we'll find out at the end of the season if she got that space or not. So then her realtor brings her to the next place, and this is a little bit more expensive than the other one. And she says her budget was $2 million and she went over it. So cuts her a confessional, and the producer asks her, so what happens if you fail? Like, where would you be? And she was like, I don't fail. And I'm like, okay, like they love setting you up for this. So I hope she's able to build her salon spa because I love the reasons behind why she wants to do it. She then lets the producer know that she's been in real estate for a really long time, and even after her divorce from her husband, she became a self-made millionaire. Now check that. So next scene we're with Nina. It looks like she's visiting her husband's job. Something about Nina, she looks like a Lebanese Anne Hathaway. Like there's some type of like Hollywood sophistication, like classic chicness about her. Now, last episode I did go off on her because of the whole service industry thing. I was told that the scene was very edited to make it seem like she was talking down to him. So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And we're gonna do a fresh slate. Y'all know I'm pretty fair on here. I mean, just look at my Real Housewives of Atlanta review. Kenya, I actually like her now. So, Nina, fresh slate. But anyway, her and her husband's a really good looking couple. Like, he has a really good head of hair. Like, wow. Like, his hair is so perfect, it's distracting. So it looks like Nina invited all the ladies to her husband's business associate's birthday. Apparently he goes all out and she wants to invite all the ladies to come. So now they're discussing Nina's gift from her husband, which is going to be a new Rolls Royce. He's just asking her, oh, what type you want? Phantom? A Ghost? Oh, do you want a nice license plate? A single digit? A double digit? Now, if somebody in the comments can explain to me, like, what's the big deal of having a single digit license plate, and why is someone paying millions upon millions just for status purposes? The biggest problem they have with getting this car is just getting it on time. I swear, rich people problems. One license plate could cost $33 million. $33 million. People are dying. Come on. My Cash App is $CDiggy1. Like, if you got $33 million to spend on one license plate, hell, give me $300,000. Give me 1% of that. I think they just playing up for the cameras because there ain't no way they're gonna spend millions on a license plate. Next scene with my girl Lesa. She's at work in her office. She's also watching the kids at the same time. I mean, we love a boss bitch and a good mom over here. All three of her kids, I love how she just dresses them alike all the time. But she installed, I'm guessing, like a little play area to watch them as she's working. Oh, now why her kid reading her on camera like this, saying her business not important, but his dad is? She better instill in him while it's early that, what the woman is doing is just as important as the man. In this case, I think she's working harder than her husband. Like running a business and minding 3 children at the same damn time. That's why I can't have kids, because he would have been popped. I don't care how cute they are. Put some respect on my name. So we cut to Lesa in her confessional, and nosy ass production wants to know how much money did your company make in a year. So she has to call her husband because she doesn't know. He is her chief financial officer, and he lets her know that her company made 8 figures. Okay. I heard her business was legit. Like, she said that a lot of celebrities buy her maternity wear. So her husband stops by the office, and then we get a little background on him from Lesa. He's one of the top financiers, whichever one, in Dubai, and also expands in other countries. And she said she decided to make him her CFO. I'm pretty sure she didn't have a choice. I'm pretty sure he funded her business, and he had to be her CFO. And ain't no shame in that. It is what it is. So Lesa and her husband having a little business meeting, and we see she gets a little frustrated because he's tending to other things in his phone than paying attention to her. And it looks like Lesa just wants to be taken seriously by her husband as a businesswoman. Hopefully he doesn't view her business as like a hobby or a pet project just to keep herself busy. So his phone rings again while she's talking, and she gets frustrated and gets up. She's like, meeting over. We then cut to her confessional, and she's just saying she wished her husband would prioritize her business more. Like, it doesn't have to be number 1, but at least give it the same attention you give your other businesses. So it looks like he's doing his best to try to get back on her good side. He tells her to run him the numbers. She needs him to sign off the money to start production on her new line. He tells her he needs some more time to look at it. She says, well, how about I just make an executive decision to do it? And then she definitely gets his attention now by saying that and says, you can't do anything until I sign off on it. And I was a little taken aback by that. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is how it works. She says this is patronizing, and he disagrees with her. It does come off a little, oh, I need permission from you to, start production in my own business. Because he ain't that good looking to be talking to me any kind of way. So then after a short stare down and an eye roll, he agrees to sign off on production. I'm thinking his mindset is happy wife, happy life. Because, yeah, I'm sure he doesn't want to make Lesa angry. I swear all that was missing from this scene was her saying, thank you, daddy, and him walking out the office. So next scene we're with Ayan. She's walking the streets of Dubai with her husband. I was like, wait a minute, where is Ayan? Like, we are 24 minutes in. This is her first appearance in the episode. One thing about Ayan, she is not missing with the fashion. Every time she has been on camera, she has slayed it. So she's giving some background on how her and her husband met. Now, she said that she was supposed to marry her cousin, and this is normal where she's from. And she said that even though her cousin was hot, she was in love with Chris. I'm glad that her and Chris made it. And 22 years later, it looked like she made the right decision. Now, we also found out that he's from Idaho. So he's the potato. He is the mashed potato with no butter. And she is now the butter to his mashed potatoes. Look, I ain't letting go of that reference, y'all. And side note, this confessional look, oh my God, just oh my God. Moving on, do I even have to comment on this? Look at her. Ayan has definitely had an interesting life. So after they get ice cream, they're just walking and reminiscing on how they met each other. I'm sure they're just doing it up for the cameras, and hey, it's cute. Oh boy, she's talking about her culture. It's just getting worse and worse. She's saying that Chris actually paid for her. Because I'm guessing in her culture, women are treated like objects to sell, like livestock or some shit. It's pretty disturbing, but I'm glad she got out of it. At the end of the day, Ayan, is happy with her husband, and she got a beautiful child out of it. And she's living wonderfully in Dubai. So as they're walking, she gets a text from Nina, and it's an invite to her husband's business associate's birthday. And this is something that Ayan is actually being a part of this time, so there's no need for drama. So next scene, we're with Brooks, and she's at home getting her hair done. She's talking to her son, just having a heart-to-heart, and just asking him about a situation in school where he's not getting along with somebody. She's just trying to make sure he's not getting bullied and making sure he stands up for himself. And geez, when she gets up out that chair, all I see is K. Michelle. I'm sorry. Is it just me? But next scene, we're with Caroline meeting up with Sarah for lunch. Now, Sarah, this is her first time on this episode, and she's appearing at the 35-minute mark. So far, Sarah is giving friend of vibes. Like, they must have added her last minute or something. Now, I love Sarah, but I need them to incorporate her more in the group. It feels like all the other women, they actually know each other, and Sarah, like, she was casted. But they're at lunch, and Caroline is talking about herself a lot. She's talking about the wedding to Sergio. I'm guessing, like, the obvious age difference to Sarah. Like, she's trying to prove to her that this is not just a boy toy, this is my husband. The only thing we learned about Sarah so far is that she doesn't drink, and it's not because of like any religion or cultural beliefs. It's just because she had a bad experience somewhere drinking alcohol, and she doesn't want to do it again. Sarah's not talking about her experience with marriage, particularly her second one, and she's saying that that was just an absolute disaster. He didn't accept her kid, but she does say in her confessional that looking at love that Caroline and Sergio have, like, she's hopeful. So now they're talking about these rules in Dubai, and I did not know that recently you cannot live with someone, well, a man and woman can't live together unless they're married, and they just changed that rule. According to Caroline, Dubai is trying to catch up with the rest of the world. Dubai might look glamorous, maybe for, you know, a nice vacation for 3 or 4 days, but living there and these non-progressive laws, yeah, no thank you. So then they're discussing, Sarah asked Caroline, well, what did you do the day of the fashion show? Caroline's trying to get her lie together. Production reminds us, like, she was just having champagne with a boy toy. So her reasoning is that she's in this space where she just doesn't want to put herself anywhere toxic, whatever that means. Clearly, Caroline did not go because of Lesa's alliance with Ayan. So next scene, we're at the birthday party that all the ladies are going to. Of course, it's luxe and fabulous, and everyone is dressed to the nines. So all the ladies are arriving. We see Ayan, and this is actually casual for her. I'm surprised. I mean, she still looks gorgeous, though. So Caroline arrives with her boy toy, and so far, her and Ayan are cordial. They at least speak. We cut to Ayan in her confessional. She's like, there's the bitch. It feels like the whole energy changes as soon as Caroline sits down. So as they're sitting at the table, I'm not sure why Sergio isn't sitting next to Caroline. He's sitting next to Ayan, and they are just kikiing right now. And Caroline is noticeably bothered by that. Her face is crunchy and all bent out of shape seeing Sergio getting his life talking to Ayan. I mean, hey, I can see the average gay man getting their life talking to Ayan. Just saying. At the end of the table, we see Lesa and Caroline talking to each other, and Caroline tells her, oh, I'm so sorry I missed your event. I really wanted to be there. Bullshit. And production calls that too. And I'm thinking Caroline didn't know, and we cut to the scene of Sarah talking to Lesa the other day, saying the reason why Caroline didn't go to her party because of toxicity. So yeah, she was caught in a lie. Caroline then tells her, yeah, I'm just in wedding planning hell right now. And Lesa brings up, oh, well, just not tonight? Lesa then calls Caroline out on not supporting her because of her relationship with Ayan. And then Caroline says it's not. She just has no problem with lying. Like, she's lied like maybe 2 or 3 times in like 5 minutes. You gotta watch your background people that lie that easily. The camera then cuts to Sergio and Ayan talking, and Sergio is just enamored with Ayan. He might as well just do this as he's talking to her. Lesa tells Caroline that she feels like she lumps her and Ayan together, when in actuality, her issue with Ayan is her issue with Ayan. Caroline then tells Lesa that she feels like she follows Ayan blindly. And I feel like that's the most honest thing she said in this scene. Like I said in the last episode, this is all Brooke's fault. And Brooks is just ha-ha, kikiing, and enjoying drinks while everybody else is fighting. A little later on, we see Ayan leave the table for a bit, and then we can hear Caroline complaining about her boy toy Sergio, saying he's such a fucking girl. Apparently him talking to Ayan was a no-no to her, and then she says he's one of them. And Lesa can hear all this. Lesa calls it out to Caroline's face. She's like, what does that mean? Caroline says, like, you know, one of you guys. You know, I mean, there's some racial connotation to that. Don't group the black girls together, but I'm sure she didn't mean it that way. But she's trying to lump them in as freaking frack. If you didn't want your husband talking to Ayan, you should have had your husband sit next to you. Lesa, then knowing that this is annoying Caroline, she's now kikiing with Sergio and then holding his hand. And then Caroline tells Sergio, well, I hope she's going to suck your dick. Wow. Now, Lisa's face. Like, I'm glad Lesa had the restraint not to slap her across the face. Now, I do get what Caroline meant. It's like, oh, you can kiki with them, but are they going to suck your dick? But she didn't say it like that, and it came off extremely rude. We cut to Lesa in her confessional, and she said she can't believe she said that and said, no, honey, I'm not the one. And if I did, he would never come back to you. And I believe her. It looks like Caroline then leaves the table, then Sergio follows after her and tries to calm her down. I mean, for her to be complaining about Lesa and Ayan so much, she's the one that started shit at the table. So as Ayan gets back to the table, Lesa fills her in on what Caroline said about, oh, he's with them. Yeah, at this point, I have no problem with Ayan and Lesa both reading the fuck out of Caroline at the same time. Side note, where is Sarah in this scene? I thought she went to the party. She is definitely giving friend of vibes, I'm sorry. And all Nina and Brooks is doing right now is spectating at the drama. So Caroline gets back to the table, and Lesa and Ayan both confront her about what she said, grouping them together. And Caroline just bold-faced lies. She's just like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Darling, I didn't say that, darling. Does she realize she's on TV? Because production just reminded us that 7 minutes ago, she just said that. And then judging from her makeup, she clearly doesn't know she's on TV. And at this point, she's just gaslighting them and has the nerve to tell Ayan that they're stirring shit up. Ooh, I do not like her. I don't know what y'all saw in her on Ladies of London. Can this be her last season? They got the wrong token white woman for this. Honestly, they can just get another woman of color in Dubai and the show will be just fine. Oh shit, there goes Sarah right there. I didn't even see her. Where was she in this scene? So as Lisa's calling Caroline a liar, she asks her, then what did you say then? Caroline lies again. She says, I said that I actually thought it was nice. Bitch, no you didn't. It's the gaslighting for me. While Caroline is cavalier with her gaslighting, like she just has that snarky British grin as she sips her champagne. It's you two stirring everything up. I'd be like Ayan too. I would be laughing at her. I mean, what she's wearing, her makeup, her surgery, the fact that her husband looks better than she does. Yeah, I'd be laughing. So then Caroline walks away for a bit from the table. We then see Nina telling Lesa, I'll be back. She just hightails it with her husband to another side of the party. Ooh, child, the editing in this scene is choppy. Like, in one scene we see Caroline at the table, another scene we don't. Ooh, not Lesa saying I could buy your life in regards to Caroline. So Caroline goes back to the table again. I mean, this is number 4 or 5. Ayan tells her, I don't have a problem with you. I don't know what your problem is with me. Caroline tells her, well, you're the one that got mad that I invite you to a party. And Ayan says she wasn't mad. She was mad that she was singled out. Whatever that means. Ayan then says, I would like to build a relationship with you. Sarah then yells, then do it. Then all the other ladies start yelling, then do it. And it gets a little silly. So now I'm guessing everybody's drunk and they just feel forced in this moment. They're like, okay, let's do it. So apparently they're going to start fresh. I hate when they do the fake bullshit because you just know they're not going to be friends after this. Wow. So then with the help of the other ladies as well as Sergio, they get Caroline and Ayan to hug each other. So after that, we just see all the ladies dancing. We hear Ayan in her confessional that she's going to give Caroline a chance, but you know, she has her good eye on her. We then cut to Caroline in her confessional, and she's saying she really hopes this is the step in going forward. We then cut to Lesa's confessional, though, and she says she's glad that Ayan and Caroline made up, but the bitch is now on my hit list. I hear that. And that is where the episode ends. This episode was filler to me. It was okay. It didn't have enough Ayan to me. Hopefully in the next episode there's a little bit more going on. And we also see that Phaedra makes her appearance on this show. So can't wait for that. And speaking of Phaedra, I need to get to this Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip because I'm hearing it's everything. But anywho, y'all let me know in the comments what y'all thought about this episode. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.